living outside the box, of saying, hey, we'll make things work. It is fascinating, though, when people think RVers take their RVs everywhere with them. They don't. Typically, listen, we don't want to be trudging around. RVers do not want to be trudging around small roads. It's scary enough to go through the interstate. I always see a semi truck, and I'm like, whew, we're safe. We can do this. Semi trucks are here. Um, RVers don't want to drive in and out small areas, and we don't take the RV with us wherever we go. Typically, we're going to find a place to plop it, and it's going to stay there no matter what. I've had a few comments over the years where people are like, well, you can't keep it here. I'm like, well, I never asked to keep it there. I'm not bringing it to you. If I would ask, like, you will know. I don't know. That's just who I am. You're going to know right away that, hey, do you have a place for me to put my RV? But the thing is, I'm not going to, because I'm very independent in that situation, and I'm going to find different ways. Now, if you offer, by all means, that's awesome. If you have a place to put an RV, I'm all on board, because maybe it's going to save me some funds for me to be able to put them back in my nonprofit. But a lot of RVers are not going to just leave them in front of people's houses and live off the road. Now, if I had a van, that'd be a different situation. I've seen van lifers, and I love following them on TikTok and stuff. I love vans. And to see how they live, because they live smaller than we do in the RVs. Like RVs, we still have rooms, we still have stuff with us. I still have storage. We still have a full bathroom. So it's fascinating. Like, I'm fascinated by the van life, and I would love to talk to people about van life because it's really interesting of seeing how they live. They live with such minute stuff. Some of them live off side of the roads. Like, if they have to, they can pull over. It's a whole lot easier to use. This is the reason why I love using my truck. Like, I'd rather say, hey, if we get to point A to point B, yeah, we may need a shower in between, but Love's offers showers if you pay for it. We don't want to intrude on the semi truck world, but it's an honor to sit there and be next to the semi truck roads, because we're both on the roads all the time. It's an honor to be able to have all of us. But the fact is that it takes a lot of traveling. It takes a lot of skill. It does take a lot of knowledge, and we're not going to take the RV and dump it places. There's still places that I see RV parks that have mountains and hills, and I'm surprised that RVs are there, because they're literally like sideways on the hill. But if it stays there, it stays there, and that's where I would technically use, like, me traveling next year a bit more again, is the fact that the RV it's going to stay in a place. Like, I'm not going to leave it on the side of the road and stuff. Plus, it's illegal in some states. It's illegal in most states to be able to have an RV on the side of the road. And so just keep that in mind, you guys. RVers live differently, but a lot of us are very aware of our surroundings, and we don't want to inconvenience people. That's the reason why we RV. We don't want to inconvenience other people. We want to just live off the road and get to point A to point B and be able to succeed at that. It's a tough dialogue when it comes to the stigmas of RVing, stigmas of a traveler, and it's something that we need to break to understand that maybe you've known people that don't tell you what it's like, but I'm a person that's going to tell you like it is, and I'm going to ask you, and if you say no, it's not going to hurt my feelings at all. It's actually going to make me understand more, and it's going to make me trust you more because you're telling me your own opinion. It's fascinating of how we're so eggshells to walk around each other, but yet we reflect off each other so much and put each other in boxes, and it's kind of sad. And so I'm hoping through these podcasts that we start sitting and realizing that, hey, you control you would control you directly. Your box is with you. Don't put it on other people, and don't assume, because that makes an ass out of all each other. So, on a side note, we're going to hang out today. I have to work some. Like I said, I take my job with me, which is a blessing. A lot of us that work from home are able to travel. It's pretty awesome to see how much we do and how to make things work. In our economy and stuff, you always thought you had to be a body, that you had to work, but people need employees. And it's wonderful to be able to travel and go in and out of different states, and that's what I'm able to do. And sooner or later, we'll be full time with We Are Bikers, and that is the goal: is to be able to make a difference in a humanity standpoint, and also have you guys think differently. These are my personal stuff. That you get to see my little brain working in the multi-level of what I do, not just bikers, because I have to separate it all. So it's an honor to talk to you guys. I'm in Wisconsin for the next few weeks. I'll podcast again the next couple days, and we'll talk about something else. But remember, don't stop reflecting off each other. Don't put each other in boxes. Just because they live differently than you doesn't make them less than. Just because they have less than you doesn't make them less than. And that's something that we have to dialogue of saying, hey, it's a blessing to have what you have, to make ends meet. We're thinking outside the box, and we're not going to stop what we're doing because it may not always work out in our favor. We can't always control things. Life knows where we need to go. With me taking life and realizing that life shows me things more than people, it's a blessing to sit there and rely on faith other than human body. And it's gotten me to where I need to go. And I'm hoping I inspire you guys to go live your life. Sometimes you really financially cannot do it. Sometimes you're going to have to say no, aka me going up to Indian Bike Week. Even though I wanted to volunteer, I just couldn't get up there. But I will be up there, and I'm aiming for that next year. And I'll aim for to be in Wisconsin for a whole month. And so you have to sit there and think outside the box. Yes, we do a lot of planning, but there's things that do not go our plans, and we make things work in different ways because maybe faith or life has a different way for you to see or something else for you to look at. All right, you guys, have a good night and take care.